Hey guys, what's good? Come on in and welcome. This is Yepa, Shamanic Practitioner, raising the vibrations across the nation. Please make sure that you subscribe for those that already has. Thank you so very much. So we're getting ready to do a quick collective read for my fire signs. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Quick guidance insight for you. What do the collective for the fire signs? What you want to talk to the fire signs about for the collective? For the fire signs. What you want to talk to the fire signs about for the collective? What do you want to talk to the fire signs about for the collective? What do you want to talk to the fire signs about for the collective? And for my fire signs, what do you want to talk to them about for the collective? Final show. Alright, my fire signs. The card that came out here is the Thicket of Thorns, Uncertainty. Okay. So you're on a path right now. Some of you may feel like whatever's happening in your life, it feels like the walls are closing in on you. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like for some of you, you may feel trapped. You may feel stuck or restricted or limited in a situation in areas of your life. Okay. And it's kind of like you may not be able to know how to move because maybe every move, of course, has a consequence, or every move has a Pandora's box, right? So some of you could be in this space where you could feel like you're at a standstill at this time. Some of you are putting yourself at a standstill due to the level of procrastination. But for others, again, you just kind of feel like you're at a standstill right now. I feel that for many of my fire signs, you just overcame some heavy right? In some department of your life. And I feel that in this space, those same feelings that you have now were very much present in the recent past. However, even though these emotions are still present in the now, you're starting to get a glimpse of light being at the end of the tunnel. You cannot see the full picture of what's next or how things are going to unfold, but you're starting to feel like, okay, I think I got this, or I think I can do this, or I just need to keep taking one step forward each and every day. Or it could be a situation where I'm going to start trusting. I'm going to just start walking. I'm going to just start believing. I'm just going to start trusting, okay? However it's coming to you, okay? That's the vibe that I'm getting. But I definitely feel like there is some level of uncertainty that you're dealing with right now in some areas of your life. What you want to talk to the fire signs about for this collective? Yeah. You have the guardians of the land here, all right? So, again, there are definitely some fear, but you are being protected. I love this energy. You have your elders right there. Your elders is like sitting back in the cut watching, you know what I'm saying? But they're guiding you here. All right. There's been some mommy wounds for some of you guys that you've been healing, that you've been working through as well. You know, whether you've been expressing or conversating more to a motherly figure, or whether this healing that you've been doing surrounding a mother figure has more so been on a behind the scenes type of situation, you know, healing some things behind closed doors, you know. For others, you've been focusing on a period of, or will be focusing on a period of really kind of like mothering your own self, you know, really nurturing yourself and caring for yourself and just making you more of a priority here. And so that's the vibe right now. I feel like however the cookie crumbles for you, it's still an uncomfortable place, because for some of you, you've never been here before, wherever here is, okay? You've never been here before, but you must trust that you are being divinely guided. You must trust that you are being led, and you must trust that even though you're not able to see or may not even be able to know what's headed next, you are protected and you are safe, okay? So some of you definitely need to find better ways to ground your emotions at this time, okay? What else you want to say to the fire signs? Collective insight for the fire signs. We got the bluebird happiness, because that's where it's leading you guys to. So that's why your spirit team is acknowledging you have nothing to fear, because we're leading you towards happiness here. Okay? Some of you are actually going to see a bluebird the moment shit in your life is really about to start getting good, when the miracles really about to start flowing in. Okay? You're going to be seeing a bluebird. All right? So that is something that is going to be confirmation for you. But that's the period that you guys are moving into here. Closing out a lot of cycles, that's for sure. You know? And that could be where some of that uncertainty is. Somebody with the initial T is present watching this video. What else is the fire signs? Collective message for the fire signs. Okay, yeah, we have the foggy bog, patience. So that's all Spirit is asking, just to know that you guys are being divinely guided here, that there is nothing for you to fear, you know. Even though sometimes the light flickers along your path. One moment you see the light, next moment you don't. You know, they still want you to keep moving forward because you're heading towards happiness here. But there is also a level of patience. Good things come to those who wait, okay? So again, you are ready to receive what it is that you've really been wanting, you know. But a building cannot be built overnight, you know, so it requires patience here. And many of you are going to be so happy that you went through this journey. Whatever this journey has been for you, there's going to be a level of appreciation when you look back, when you've in this miracle, when you are in this state of happiness. You're going to look back and reflect, and you're going to thank whomever you worship for the journey that you had to walk through to get to where you are. Okay, this is giving me bless the mess. All right, overall energy here, we have flow. That's another thing Spirit is asked, is just try to go more with the flow of things during this time frame, because this really ain't the season to try to control. All right, any type of control, all right, will be stopped in its tracks. This is a time of surrendering. So like my dear said, you're going to do it one way or the other, voluntarily or involuntarily, but it's going to happen. You're either going to surrender or you're not. And the more that you don't surrender to the things that you need to let go of, the more resistance that you're going to be feeling, and the more hard on you mentally and emotionally that is going to be. And that just is what it is here. All right. Right now, as you're waiting, right, for your ships to dock, to come on in here, gratitude. All right. Focus on that level of gratitude. All right. For where you at, the journey that you're going through, how things could have been worse. For those that's really kind of like focusing heavy, you know, on all the adversities. Like, yeah, your situation right now could be bad. I'm not taking that away from you. But there's other situations about your situation in which it could have been worse, you know. So it's kind of like, be mindful of the mindset at this time frame, okay? Again, blue, blue, blue. Some of my fire signs, you've been going through a state of depression. Some of my fire signs, you just been feeling kind of blue here. But again, this too shall pass. That's a fact here. All right, this too shall pass. In the meantime, while you are waiting on your miracles, while you're waiting on the bridge of happiness to come your way in all elements of your life here, it is important here that you become aware of everything that's taking place around you right now. Because again, it's not so much about the destination. That's the easy part. All right, the journey is the hard part, but it's something about the journey here that there's a level of awareness that you need to focus on. To every inconvenience that is occurring in your life, it's a message, and it's wisdom for the future. All right, fire signs, that's a quick message for you today. I'm sending love your way. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure that you like, and until next time.